To keep it G, I'm a non-tail beast. You a whole wannabe stuck at the academy. Listen, I'm on a mission with my ninjas like it's no tomorrow. I got my dog by my side, call him Akumaru. You a real life snake boy, Orochimaru. Clones living all in my shadow like I'm Shikamaru.
Alright, what is going on, guys? We're back on another ABA video. Today we are going to be going over the top 5 characters that need a buff right now in ABA. Before this video starts, it would mean a lot if you could please like this video and go ahead and comment down below who you think deserves a buff if that character you wanted buffed didn't actually make it in the cut for this video. Without further ado though, let's get right into it. Alright y'all, so this list is in no particular order at all. I also want to say too that I am going to recommend multiple buffs throughout this whole video. That doesn't mean that they should add every single buff to the single character, because we all know in ABA, if you add even like 2 buffs to a character, it might overtune them. So I'm just only suggesting some buffs that they could do for the character, okay? I'm not saying add all the buffs that I suggest. First character is Rock Lee. Now Lee, he's a fun character, don't get me wrong, alright? His overall moveset is very fun to use, okay? He's an M1 god. If you like M1ing people, use Lee. He's got a cool little It's Fun Though combo that can 0 to 100 your opponent. You can see that I do a variation of it right here. The 0 to 100 version of the combo though involves you doing some down tilt at the end and then using Lotus or something like that. I don't know. I'm not a nerd, so I'm not going to even try doing that. The problem with Lee really is he's so M1 orientated to set up for his combos, and honestly, that's kind of a bad thing just because he's already a fist user. And you guys know in ABA, all the sword users have the best hitboxes in the world when it comes to M1s. First thing is first, his primary Lotus end lag is ridiculous, okay? You can see right here multiple times where I use Lotus on this opponent and he's able to just punish me afterwards. Why am I getting punished for landing a move? The only option I have out of this is to keep spamming dash backwards, and even then, it's readable by the opponent. You literally can't do nothing after Lotus. You can't even block. I understand that the end lag is there so that you can't M1 immediately after the Lotus, but then it just kind of messes you up because the only option you have out of that is just to spam dash backwards because you can't block out of it. Another buff that I'd like to see is probably a buff to his guard break hitbox. Honestly, I don't see that hitting most of the time, okay? Lee has an unreliable guard break, and really, he's just easy to play around. Lee is literally so easy to play around. As soon as you see that guard break miss, you can go in on him. You block everything else, literally. You also can't use reverse Lotus and 10-10 while in the air in his awakening, which kind of just ruins everything because, I mean, compared to everybody else's awakening, they have, busted stuff. And then Lee's awakening, I just feel like is kind of a little underpowered. I think 10-10 is still trash, but if you're able to use 10-10 in the air, then you could actually set up for a 100 to 0 combo, obviously, with her. None of the moves in his awakening guard break too. It'd be nice if 10-10 Shuriken would actually guard break. I mean, honestly, I know he has the body flicker move that gets you from behind the opponent, but it's still ridiculous. It's a whole ass awakening, bro. Give him a guard break. All right, next up, we got Young Joseph. Bro. Bro, who's gonna tell Par, man? Who is going to tell Par how trash this character is? This dude needs a whole rework, y'all. I'm being so serious right now. There's just no way they thought this kit was okay. If the character doesn't get reworked, I guess some buffs that you could do for it is his boomerang. Honestly, you know how Pain's almighty push can actually guard break if you wait a few seconds, but you don't have to wait for the full duration? So how come his boomerang for Young Joseph can't do the same, right? We know it guard breaks if you fully charge it, but fully charging it just takes way too long in my opinion. So if you made it to how Pain's almighty push is, to where maybe you just charge it up for a few seconds, then it could guard break, that'd be really nice. I feel some type of way about this Tommy gun too, man. It feels really fun to hit, but I mean, it's kind of wonky, man. Both the hitboxes on this 2 and 4 are pretty wonky. Now, this might be a skill issue on my part, but with his one, bro, I'd be going too damn crazy, man. There's only one time in this fight where I actually focus the target. Other than that, with this one, man, I just go off screen. I'm not even targeting them. It should just literally just target the target as soon as I hit them. It should just stop on the target as soon as I hit them, because I go way too crazy with this one. His awakening is alright. The only thing I would change about it is make that one RNG move actually do something, okay? I realize that, it actually does damage if it lands, but you can see in this fight, I used it 3 times or something like that, and it gave me nothing each single time. like I'm getting trolled out here, man. Why am I getting nothing, man? It's a whole awakening. Stop trolling me. Give me something, all right? Just remove that whole nothing RNG out of his whole kit, man. This character is already trash enough. Like, man, I don't think there's somebody more sorry than this character right here. He's fun, though. He's definitely fun, though. I'll give you that. But let's move on to the next character, y'all. Up next, we got Namek Goku, okay? Now, I know you got your little, you know, 100 to 0. It's fun, though, combos with him, but, like, bro. Bro. Really? Really? Everybody knows against a good player, you're not going anywhere with Namek Goku. I don't like using Buu Saga Goku at all, so they better make the next Goku, whether it be Super Saiyan God, Ultra Instinct, Super Saiyan Blue Goku, it better be a fun kit and good, because even with buffs on this Goku, I feel like this is another character that should just get reworked completely. If you can't rework this character, though, I'd say make Kaioken's duration a little bit longer. Not the longest thing in the world, okay? Just a little bit longer, maybe like 3 to 4 seconds longer. And make it so that Dragon Combo can actually be followed up on, okay? If we compare Namek Goku to every other character in ABA, I think it's fair to say that his 3 should be a combo extender. His Awakening is actually surprisingly good. I think his Dragon Combo and his 3 is way too damn fast to hit. But other than that, you can use 3 Spirit Bombs in his Awakening if you do it right. So, you know, so even if his other 3 moves are trash, the fact that you can actually use 3 Spirit Bombs in his Awakening is actually super good, because the Spirit Bomb comes out fast and it does a lot of damage too. Alright, up next we have my girl Rukia. Now, Rukia used to be one of the most top tier ABA characters that really was just slept on. Like, she was always good, but I felt like there weren't enough Rukia players to really consider her meta, even though she was super strong. Anyway, she got nerfed to the ground hard. Basically, at this point, it's like, why play Rukia when you have Shanks? Why play Rukia when you have Aizen? Anyways, the complaint I have about Rukia really is her cooldowns are way too long, and she's really the definition of running for cooldowns in ABA be like. And I feel like her damage isn't even there either, y'all. I feel like I'd be doing the most with Rukia just to not even do that much damage. So adding like 5 damage to one of her moves, it doesn't have to be all of them, just one of her moves, add like 5 damage to it and I will be satisfied. I'm glad they actually did buff the tracking on her one. Her one's actually consistent to hit now. But other than that, I feel like her cooldowns are still way too long. And her damage isn't really there. As for her Awakening, though, she actually has a really strong Awakening, all right? You're able to actually cycle through your abilities, all of them, 3 times, I believe, before your Awakening actually runs out. The only complaint I have about this one is that her 3 in her Awakening is kind of just useless. It's blockable, does 25 damage, and it has end lag at the end. You can't even combo extend off of that, which just makes no sense to me. It's an Awakening. Like, if we compared all these characters' Awakenings to all the other strong Awakenings in ABA, it's kind of ridiculous how some of them get shafted, and I feel like Rukia's 3 does get shafted. Like, it just makes no sense how trash that ability actually is. Alright, the last character we have on this list is Kakashi. Now, Kakashi, honestly, man, not even a bad character. Just a few buffs to him and you make him playable, he'll be fine. His Mud Wall still isn't an actual protection move. I'm pretty sure Par buffed it, but there's still some moves out there that can actually go through his Mud Wall. I feel like his kunais are a bit inconsistent too. They actually do have a bit of end lag at the end, which makes no sense at all because like every other projectile in this game, you know, your throwable ones at least, don't have any end lag except for Kakashi's. Other than that, though, solid character. Really strong in 1v1s if you can get his Awakening, or he's really strong in like 2v2s if you want to out somebody. You could literally just camp somebody, get your Awakening, combo him, it's free, end game, you know. In his Awakening, though, let's see here. He doesn't really have any bad moves. I like his Raikiri in the Awakening. What else does he have? His counter in his Awakening is really awesome. Lightning Hound. You know, solid move. Not the most broken thing in the world. So that's all it. Like I said, again, please go ahead and drop a comment down below who you think should get buffed if I missed them. An honorable mention, the only person I can think of off the top of my head right now really is Itachi. Itachi definitely could have made this list, but yeah, that's about it. Hopefully you guys did enjoy this video. If you did, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. It's been your boy Nano. I'm out. Have a great day.
All I gotta do is put my mind to this shit.
Goddamn.
Cancel out my ex, I put a line through that bitch. I all my S's with 2 lines through them shits.